Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. So we're going to do something a bit risky today on the pond, and that's why I'm going to cut the pipe that I recently reinstalled. You may be aware that I had problems with it leaking and I replaced it. However, I noticed that the power from the returns is more powerful at the far end than it is nearer the skimmer, and I wanted it to have the ability to moderate that. So what I decided to do was buy a union ball valve, and I'll just demonstrate how it would work. You put your pipe in here. We're using waste pipe, obviously. So this is a special metric version. There's various versions of this, so make sure you get the right one, because one's designed for pressure pipe. Pressure pipe is a lot thicker walled than this. If you can see that, obviously it's not as thick walled. Pressure pipe is 6mm thick. This is 3mm thick, and this is specifically designed for waste pipe that I'm using. If you're having a deep pond, it's recommended that you use pressure pipe because it is strong and will resist the pressure. But obviously you can see my pond's not that deep, it's not that big, so there's no need to be using very thick walled pressurized pipe. So I just wanted to talk about the different types of pipe. So you've got waste pipe, which is 3mm thick, and pressure pipe, which is grey in colour and a lot thicker walled, and which is 6mm. So I've been looking to see if I could get something that would fit the 40mm internal sized waste pipe, and externally outside diameter it's called the size would be 43mm. So it can be quite confusing, pipe sizes. So obviously this is the internal diameter is 40mm, external diameter is 43mm. You know, a lot of times when you're looking for stuff, they won't fit because they're the wrong size, even though you think they're the right size. So just remember that. So if you're looking for pipe, just remember you need to be very precise with the internal dimensions and the external dimensions of the pipe, and make sure you get a fitting that is compatible and fits right. So what I want to do here is cut that pipe, install this, and this will allow me to regulate the flow between the two returns. So the return that will send water towards the retro bottom drain that I'll have in there at the far end, at the moment is firing too much water towards the retro bottom drain, and the return near the skimmer is not sending a lot of volume of water out. A lot of that is down to the type of tee that I've installed. To be honest with you, I put it the wrong way around in again, unfortunately. I should have put it the other way around. I do think the tees for the pressurized 6mm pipe are better than these waste ones because they're oddly shaped. I don't know why they can't just be like a normal tee, straight walled like that, but they're not. They're like angled like that a little bit. I'll show you that, how it looks like in a minute. But yeah, I'm going to cut the pipe. I'm going to have to be really careful on the size. Yes, I'm going to have to empty the pond again and then refill it. I think before I do that I might just tack down all the liner now it's in its final position. Yeah, I want to install this. The reason for that is because it's not sending enough water towards the return near the skimmer, and the majority of the pressure is going towards the far end. I wanted to regulate that water between the two, and the way you can do that is you can install a ball valve. Now, as you can see, the ball valve is basically a ball that you can turn. Can you see that, guys? And you can regulate how much pressure is going through this pipe. So you got that at full. You can regulate it at half, 3/4, or almost closed, and that will have the effect of changing the volume of water that's going through the two returns, and I'll be able to regulate that using this. Obviously I'm going to have to be really precise cutting the pipe because I need to make sure this fits. Now it comes, the advantage of these union ball valves is they come in two sections. Let me just go and get the other bit. So unlike the Cockney Coy ones that are solid, these come in three parts. So the idea of this is you can maintain it. So let's say something happens with this and it's not working correctly, or it gets blocked or something, you can basically unscrew the union, that's one end, unscrew the other end, unscrew that, and there you go. You can take that out. If something's wrong with it, get rid of it, get a new one, put that back on. Let's just get the other bits just fallen down. They come in two sections, these bits. You've got the bit that goes on the pipe, and there's the screw bit. You just slot that in there. Just get that in there. Put it back on. And there you go. It's back together. So yeah. So I wanted to utilise this on the waste pipe. So I'm going to have to solid weld this on again. But I'm going to have to be really precise with my cutting. Now in terms of length, I'll just tell you about the length of the bits that comes with. I'd estimate it's 2 centimeters long. So you've got a bit of play on both ends if it don't quite fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it and then slot these on. Should be quite bendable, that pipe, but yeah, I'm going to put that on, and that will allow me to regulate the flow just by turning the handle, you know, just turn it. It's not too stiff. There is one thing I did want to talk about. It's not that end, that has a rubber gasket at that end. Let me just get the other end off. Okay, and on this end it comes with notches. So what you can do is you can take the handle off. Anyway, I just want to talk about the union itself. So as you can see there, it's got notches, 4 notches, and you can take the handle off and put it on there and tighten it or loosen it, and that allows you to change the resistance in the actual valve. So it's not super stiff. It's quite loose at the moment, but if you want to make it stiffer, you can tighten it, or if you want it a bit looser because it's a bit too hard to turn, you can loosen it, you know. So that's the advantage of these union ball valves. So I just wanted to show you that. So I'll just show you what I mean by the T looking is a bit different to pressurized pipe, and I would have preferred it to be like a pressurized one, but I've got what I've got, and I'll just work with what I've got. Anyway, let me just show you guys. So here's the recently repaired pipe. As you can see, that's more how it looks. Let's just go a bit further over here. As you can see, so that's the T. As you can see, it's sort of weirdly put in at an angle. You know, it's not a complete straight T. And I should have really put it the other way around, but I didn't realise what I'd done until afterwards. So yeah, that's how the T looks like, and it's a bit strangely angled. Your pressurised pipe is just a straight T. It's not angled like that. So I just wanted to show you that. So what I'm going to do here is I need to cut the pipe somewhere around here, so then I can put the ball valve in between, and then we'll be able to regulate the flow whenever I want to sort out the return here and here, and just change it a little bit. We'll be able to do that. So yeah, so I thought I'd just show you the water level again. There's the overflow. As you can see, I'll just zoom in a little bit. As you can see, it's still fairly level. Remember, you're always going to lose water in a pond because of evaporation. Even in winter you will lose water, believe it or not. And obviously if you put plants in and fish, they all, you know, consume water, you know. They're just like humans, we need water just like fish do. Obviously they breathe water, but they also drink it. I think that's why I lose water in the natural pond quite often, because I get birds, fish, plants living off all the water. I didn't show you properly in the other video. Do apologise for that. So you can get the glare out of it. That is. Can you see that? That's where the pipe from the rectory bottom drain will go, and as you can see, it's below the water, so the water will go into the pump, and this is the pump here. So that's connected to our pipe, and here is an angled elbow where it'll push the water back towards where I want it to go. I just wanted to show you that. Yeah, but what we're going to do is empty the pond out now, so I can work on this pipe, because obviously if I did start to work on it now, hot water will start rushing out. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that today. So guys, I'm using one of these cheap aqua pumps you can buy off eBay. I think it was only 20 quid. And I'm just going to empty the water out. It'll probably drain into the other drain down there in the end. So I know it's a waste of water, but I need to get rid of as much water as I can to the bottom, and then I'll be able to sort out what I need to sort out regarding the pipe work over here, and get that valve installed. So I'll see you when that's done. I just thought I'd show you what I'm up to here. I've reformed in another tank connector. I have cut it down a little bit at the bottom so it fits as close to the bottom as possible. So there'll be about that much water left, I think, when it's emptying. So I'm going to use this as an outflow so I can clean this bog filter, because I'll put a one-way valve on there, and then we'll have a ball valve on here so I can let water out and clean this filter from time to time. So I thought that was something I needed to add. Yes, it's more bloody money, but there you go. Anyway, I thought I'd just show you that. It means I've had to take the staples out and cut a bit more in there and get that flange tank connector. You may have seen me disassemble one of these recently. I thought, if I've got one lying around, why not use it? So there you go. Well, I'll just show you a modification I've made to it, because of the way the pond is dug into the ground. It was lifting the bottom drain up at an angle and wasn't sitting flush with the ground, so I had to take it off and redesign it, and that's how I've designed it. So I've just connected that 90-degree bend there with a hose tail on to connect to our PVC flexible pipe. I've removed the silicone cap that I put on there, so when that's gone off, I'll be able to connect the pump to that area where it'll force it to the returns. Hi guys, right, I've just quickly connected it up, the union ball valve there, so that will allow me to adjust the flow of the returns. It's something I had to do quickly, so that's why I didn't film it, but essentially you put one section on the near end that I've done over there, and then you tighten it all up, and then quickly put the other one solvent weld onto the waste pipe here. These are not easy to get hold of. These are metric versions of the Imperial ones, so you need to be aware of your size. So if you do want to get hold of a ball valve that will fit on waste pipe, make sure that the pipe will fit. This particular pipe is 40mm internal dimensions, and external dimensions or outside diameter is 43mm. So you know, it's a odd pipe size to find a ball valve for. That's why it's quite difficult to find them. So I have emptied the pond to fit this. So this is how the pond is looking internally. As you can see there, the retro bottom drain, I've had to modify a little bit so it'll fit in here. So I've put some rocks in here. So essentially I'm going to put some water lilies in between the rocks. That's why I've left some gaps. But I did want to put some stone in because it's porous. It absorbs water, obviously. However, it helps with the bacteria cycle if you have stone in your pond. That's why people put stones in the pond. I appreciate a lot of you guys will be saying, oh no, you shouldn't be doing that, because of the fish might damage themselves on the rocks. Well, I found the smoothest rocks I could find, so hopefully they won't hurt themselves on them. And at the end of the day, there's going to be only a handful of fish in here, not a lot. And when they do get a bit bigger, I may decide to remove these stones, and I may consider fiberglass in this pond, and maybe make it a little bit deeper at some point. But essentially this is how it's set up, you know. So we'll fill it up when the pipework is solid and has basically gone off. But I just wanted to show you the interior, what I've done with it regarding stones. I do think it's a good idea to have stones in your pond, because it does help with the anaerobic bacteria, and obviously, you know, they will colonize on these stones. That's why I like to have lava rock in my aquariums, because it's the same principle. The more stones you have in your pond, the better it is for the bacteria cycle. And you know, obviously I put some stones underneath the pipe in there. I just thought we might as well put some stones in. It adds some interest, makes the pond a little bit different to not having anything in. But I did want to just put some in, not a lot. And obviously the majority of the waste will fall down in there anyway. And obviously occasionally I'll hose in between, you know, to get rid of any potential bacteria. Now if you're wondering about the folds, because some of you guys will have been talking about the folds, they're actually glued together. Yeah, it doesn't look pretty, but I have glued all the folds up as much as possible, so hopefully we won't be getting much bacteria going in behind the liner, you know. But I just wanted to show you what I'm up to at the moment. So yeah, hope you like this video, and I've got a few other things to do, such as the capping wood needs to go on next. I'm just thinking, when should I do that? I might wait until the pond's actually full before I do that, because I've noticed these creases have happened here. I don't know why that's happened. As soon as I took the water out, it's sort of done that. I don't know why. Anyway, that's how it looks. I hope you appreciate what I've done today. I know it's a lot of a mess. I do need to clean this lot up. But essentially, yeah, we're getting there, slowly but surely. And thanks for watching. Again, as always, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Would appreciate it. And thanks for your time. Bye bye.